Hello, how are you all doing?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. So, you all filed to be, well, you actually filed to get some child support, is that correct? That's my understanding?
Yes. I'm having a really hard time with him because, I need help financially with my daughter. For the past few months, I've been, health insurance every month, 108, and I really need some financial assistance. The one thing that I'm expecting, hopefully that will happen, is we'll come to some sort of agreement. Like I said, I can't get child support from him. I can't get, anything, not even $50, for her. Right now, she is sick, and, I've been constantly taking her to doctor's appointments and, the hospital, and I need some help.
How old is your daughter?
She's 6 months, going on 7.
Okay.
And then recently she's gotten real sick, so that's the reason we're here. And I've talked to John about, financial assistance, but we haven't come to an agreement, so that's why we're here.
Okay. Health insurance, and you said is 108?
Yes.
Okay. And before we jump into everything, I just wanted to go over the purpose of mediation. The goal is to have you all come to some sort of an agreement that will work in the best interest of your child, because you don't want to, spend a lot of time tied up in litigation, and that's exactly what happens in court. Based on my experience as a mediator, you're able to work something out today that does not require, where the court is just on you with a fine-tooth comb or anything like that. Because a lot of times when judges make decisions, they don't always work in your best interest or for the child's best interest. So the more you all are able to come to an agreement and co-parent, it makes the situation better. So my job as a mediator, I'm totally neutral. I don't represent anyone or anything like that. If you guys are able to come to an agreement, I will let the court know that you all came to an agreement, and you all between yourselves, you will get an order proposed to the judge, so the judge can sign off on it and you can go your merry ways. Now, for any reason, unfortunately, you all do not settle today, you understand that you will have to proceed to litigation in court, and we don't know how long that would be. Okay?
I'm here because my significant other is requesting support for our daughter. I would hope that the mediator finds me I don't have to pay support because of circumstances leading to this.
I got the background information in terms of child 6 months, mom pays health insurance. Sir,
I was well aware to pay for everything for our daughter, but I have a job that's like feast or famine.
Okay.
It depends on contracts. Last year I made $51,000.
Okay.
But right now it's a famine, and I'd be happy to help out. I'm just having some financial difficulty right now.
Okay. Since the child, how long have you all ever lived together or anything like that?
No. A little background on us. We met online, dating, coffee shop. We hit it off, had a few dinners. Everything was going okay until, I did notice that, as a contract worker, there's months he's okay, and then there's months he has a dry spell.
Nobody is going to walk out of mediation happy. A lot of times. Nobody is always going to walk out of mediation feeling like they got exactly what they wanted. So I always encourage people when you're attending mediation to make sure you keep an open mind and just be flexible and willing to do some things differently than what you probably were looking to do in going to court.
I'm going to calculate, what your child support typically would be. And if you guys want to deviate from that amount, and let's say you choose to say, I'll go with something lower or whatnot, because you understand that his job does have dry spells. You guys can do that. It's nothing set in stone that says you can't manipulate the numbers in terms of requesting something lower. Because I've read over what you filed in court. You're also asking for him to pay back child support as well. So I'm assuming you haven't paid her any type of money since the child has been born?
I bought things for the child. I know I need to have receipts, but yeah.
What type of things have you bought for the child?
Diapers and baby food.
Not every month. Let's be honest. Not every month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's feast or famine. I'm sorry.
All right, so let's do this. So $51,000 a year. This is based on what you just said about
last year. Yeah.
last year. So if we were to break this down,
It's a good year.
so I have your net at $3,349.88. Now, you all have one child,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. So $3,049.88. So the number of children, it will be at that 20%. So that would make your child support obligation $669.98. But she wants you to also reimburse the health insurance. Now, do you want him to do that, or would you mind to keep carrying it? I mean, it's up to you. Like I said, I have to tell you what the law says, but you do not have to necessarily do that if you can work out an agreement.
I don't mind paying the health insurance for now until he can get caught up with the child support. And then from there, we can maybe come back and get into another agreement. But if he can at least get caught up on the child support, I don't mind carrying the health insurance for now.
Okay. And for now, because I have to explicitly outline this in your agreement, the agreement that'll come out of it is referred to a mediated settlement agreement. So it's not revocable. So you guys, once it's in stone, that's what it is until you're able to come back to court and modify it later. So when you say that you'll carry it for now, about how long are you thinking?
Another 4 months.
4 months? Okay. Could we do, because 4 months from now your child would be about 10 months old.
Okay.
Could we extend that or are you willing to extend that until she's at least 1 year old? That's an additional 2 months, because if his job is, where he has dry spells like that, you want to at least give him an opportunity, if he decides to look outside of contract, something where he can pick up health insurance on his own.
That's fine. Another 6 months, just so he can at least get caught up on the child support.
1 year health insurance. So you understand that, right?
I understand.
Okay. So child support is $669.98. So if you do 669.98, the child is 6 months old. So child support under Texas law, it goes back to the child's birth.
Yeah.
Because she's 6 months. If she were older, it's the past 4 years, but she's 6 months. So you multiply that number times 6. That will put your arrears at $4,019.88. And the reason being is because you haven't given her anything financially for the child. You've purchased diapers and baby food, but that's not considered child support. So you are also able to negotiate that amount. You can choose to forgive the full amount of arrears, or you can choose to cut him a break, and you guys can talk about something that's a little bit more feasible, because if she requests the arrears, whatever the amount it is that she requests, it has to be added to your monthly child support obligation. So you want to make sure that amount is reasonable. Reasonable would be something like $50, $30, $35. Not something like $300 in addition to child support. So let's start with the child support amount. This is based on what you said you made last year. And right now you're not working, correct?
Not frequent enough, no.
If both parties go in, or one of the parties go in feeling like, this is what I want, I'm not buzzing off of it, that's not even doing your due diligence, 1, to learn about mediation, and then 2, that's not even putting forth a good faith effort in saying you're willingly going to participate in mediation. You literally have to be open to the different possibilities, because the more you're open, the more the mediator is able to come up with recommendations, and the more likely you are to settle your case.
What can you afford?
I think I'm gonna probably have to change my, I mean, I care about our baby girl. I'm probably have to change my whole life. But I could pay at least half of that, like in the next month, and then hopefully go to normal as long as I fix. So I don't have to wait. I can't, do the feast and famine thing anymore because I got like a kid to take care of.
So I would suggest, and you tell me what you would like to do, that 334, you make it the same amount of time for the 1 year until your daughter turns 1 year old with the health insurance, because at least he knows within the next 6 months he has to find a job that's going to pay his child support amount, the $669.98, plus he either has to reimburse you health insurance or add her to his health insurance. So I would suggest doing this for a year 2.
Okay.
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 Now, you guys are doing good. You're making great progress. We've been here, I left my watch, but I think we've been here less than 2 hours. So that's really good. The last thing we needed to talk about are the arrears. Now, you already know you haven't been giving her anything financially on a monthly basis. So you have the option to forgive in full, forgive in part, or ask for the full amount.
I mean, when are you going to start working? I don't want to hit you with something if you don't even have any income, because then,
I gotta hit the ground running once I leave here.
Okay, well then I'm going to forgive in full.
Full arrears?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You understand what that means, right?
Yeah.
And you understand what that means. So once this mediated settlement agreement is drafting out, you can't come back and change your mind and say, hey, I want the full amount of that $4,000. Just so you all are clear. I'm not trying to convince you one way or the other. I just have to make sure you understand what it is that you're doing. But for you as well, although she may forgive the arrears, you still have a huge obligation within the next 6 months that has to be fulfilled. I would suggest today you settle on the health insurance extension for the next 6 months.
Okay.
The child support decrease for the next 6 months. So you can agree partially on that and then table the arrearages amount. So you guys will have a partial mediated settlement agreement, right? So then in 6 months, we can come back and see where you all will be and make a final decision on the arrearages.
She can't use visitation against me?
No.
Okay.
No. Child support and visitation are 2 totally different things.
Okay.
So what that means is, even if he doesn't pay, you can't withhold the child from him. Because just like he can be held in contempt and go to jail for not paying, you can also be held in contempt and go to jail for denying visitation. So, they're 2 separate things. And for now, we're going to table the arrears conversation until you guys come back to mediation to see how everything is going with you obtaining health insurance and or reimbursing her and finding a job that you can be able to pay that full amount of child support. Okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is step out and get your agreement drafted, and you guys will be free to go after. Well, of course you guys have to sign it, but after you sign it, you all will be free to go.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
I just want to say I don't know why she's making it look I'm irresponsible, but
Because you are irresponsible. Responsible people have jobs, they have steady income, and you just don't right now.
all right.
Well, you also have to give them a chance. This is the first time you all have come to mediation, so let's just see what happens. Let's keep an open mind. Okay?